Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Can you believe we're here already? I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm just going to adjust my light. It seems a little dark in here. There we go. It's a little bit better. I'm not in a complete cloud. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm Kylene, and I'm excited to be here today. I wanted to talk about gratitude, just getting back to the basics again, especially when we're in the month of November, the month of gratitude, right? The whole month of appreciating with Thanksgiving coming, appreciating and being thankful for what we do have instead of what we don't, and really nurturing those relationships, those things in our life that are important to us that we really do appreciate. So that's why I'm here today. So today I am really thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for you guys joining me every week, allowing me to share a little bit of gratitude, some tools that we can all use, and hopefully some of it is beneficial for you, or at least a good reminder to come back to gratitude and use our superpower that we have access to. So it looks like Stephen is here. Thanks for checking in. Good afternoon to you too. I hope you're doing well. Feel free to check in on the comments. What are you grateful for today? Or just thinking about Thanksgiving, are there any big traditions that you have that brings you joy and that you really appreciate and are grateful for in your life? For us, we have a family that we're very close friends, but they've moved away. And we have a tradition of doing Thanksgiving with them. So one year they'll come here, the next year we go there. And so this is our year to go there. So we're going to be traveling to Hilton Head, South Carolina for next week. So we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving with them in a beautiful place. It's a gorgeous beach. And I'm so thankful that we're able to make that happen, especially this time of year when it's busy, right? We've worked hard to make this happen, and so I'm really looking forward to getting away for a little bit, enjoying the beach and some good friends and company. So coming back to gratitude. So when you're in a state of gratitude, you're in a state of abundance. So therefore, you are in a state of appreciating what you do have. And then you start activating the law of attraction. You start attracting more good things back to you, right? You start paying attention to all those good things in your life that you have. Even sitting right here, right now, I can sit and be thankful that I have this computer that I can share Thankful Thursday with. I have a camera and a microphone so you guys can hear me. I have notes that I can refer to. I have tools here. I have my phone, my water, comfy chair, sunlight's coming in. All these things, you can just sit intentionally and be appreciative of what it is that is directly in front of you that you can appreciate and be thankful for. So it doesn't always have to be the real big things. Like I was saying earlier, we get to go on this trip next week to be with friends. That's a pretty big deal. I'm very thankful for it, but I'm also really thankful for all these other things too. And I think it's important to distinguish that and to make sure we really try to stay present in the moment, especially with Thanksgiving coming. And, depending on how you feel about the holidays, sometimes people just aren't into the holidays, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But somehow appreciate what it means to you. Maybe during the holidays, you choose not to be with family or friends. You choose to spend that time alone. Well, appreciate that you have the ability to make that choice to be alone and just really celebrate. Do something good for yourself. Be thankful for your body that allows you to wake up every day and do all the good things that you do. So I wanted to talk about that because it is our superpower. Gratitude doesn't cost anything. It is something we have the choice to do. And yes, we all know it's important to have the attitude of gratitude, right? But being intentional about it, having this little reminder every week is really important. Some of the benefits, again, it increases your overall well-being, right? Because you're looking at all the positives. I'm trying to think of a phrase and I'm going to say it wrong. So I'm going to skip it because I'm going to say it wrong. But, you attract what you're feeling, the thoughts that you have, you attract that into your life. You attract more of it to your life. So if you're having more positive thoughts, if you're being kinder to yourself, if you are appreciating the people around you, if you're appreciating the things that you have, instead of focusing on the things you don't, guess what? You're going to vibrate at a higher frequency. You're going to attract more good things to you, good people to you, all of that good stuff. But if I chose to be in that negative headspace, blame, complain, and all of that, which is really easy to get there. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I go down that streak sometimes, but I have to pull myself back. And I'm thankful that I have this habit of coming back to gratitude to allow myself to check in, to keep moving forward, because our overall well-being is improved by it. And to me, that's really important in life, and it allows us to show up the way we want to show up. It allows us to be that person that we desire to be. It allows us to get one step closer to achieving our goals. It allows us just to be that person that we're desiring to be. So our overall well-being is enhanced with that attitude of gratitude and that appreciation. The other thing about gratitude is relationships. It really helps to build those relationships in your life. Appreciating those people around you, actually spending the time to appreciate them, saying, hey, thank you for opening the door for me, or thank you for making me coffee, or thanks for doing the dishes, or thanks for sending me that email as a reminder, or thanks for providing me such good service. Sometimes we forget to pay attention to those relationships that are right in front of us. And so really nurturing those relationships, appreciating them is so important. Well, it also it increases trust, right? Because you're acknowledging them, you are noticing their contribution, and it feels good to be recognized. And so why not make other people feel good? When it's genuine, it definitely needs to be shared, and how much you appreciate them. So it looks like Darren is here. Hey guys, good to see you on here. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday to you. I was just talking about relationships and how you can really build relationships this way, and you can also just create deeper, longer lasting relationships when you come back to gratitude and appreciation, all those good things. The other thing, and I kind of talked about this before with positivity, it increases your happiness, right? And optimism, because you're looking at all the good things. You're not choosing to look for all the bad things. It's okay if you're a problem solver and you see problems. That's okay. But how long do you want to stay in that problem until you go into that growth mindset, that solution focused mindset? And that's really where we want to be, right? So we can continue to grow and improve the lives of others as well as your own life, and keep moving forward that way. Hey, Christy, good afternoon to you too. Good to see you on here. So approval, just looking for the good in a situation. Expectations, I should say, is kind of a hard thing. It's good to have high expectations of things, and it's good to have goals, and it's good to have those big dreams and all of that stuff. But if something doesn't happen exactly how you wanted it to, it's really important not to just focus on what didn't work, but rather focus on what did work. What did you learn from it, and how can you move forward from it? And just really approve the things that acknowledge, I should say, the things that did happen, and how you can learn and move forward from it, instead of always focusing on the things that didn't go well. I know for me, that inner critic can get really loud, and I can overanalyze. I've gotten so much better though, but I used to get in that thought pattern where I'd overanalyze, and then I'd be stuck and nothing would happen. And so that's not really a great way to live your life, especially when your dreams are out there, your goals are out there, the things that you want to achieve and you deserve are out there. We just have to go out and get it, and just be kind to ourselves and really learn from our experiences to continue to move forward. The other thing it does, it just helps with better physical and mental health. And I've talked, I think that's kind of the underlying message with gratitude, is that it improves our emotional state. We're going to have highs, we're going to have lows, we're going to have days where things just don't go right, and it's okay. That's just part of life. But how long do you choose to stay in that negative headspace? Do you wake up late and then all of a sudden you get to your work late, and then you're late for your appointment, and then so on and so forth, and then that starts to build, and then guess what? That's going to come out in your attitude. That's going to come out in your mood. That's going to come out in your energy, because you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be agitated almost. That can happen. And that's okay. But if, let's say, you woke up late, you're like, okay, I woke up late. What can I do to keep moving forward? And start appreciating all those things that are going well. You got to work. Yes, I'm here. Being upfront, being honest with the person. If you're showing up late for a meeting, it's not typically the person that you want to be, acknowledge it. Be honest about it. Bring that to the conversation, and just really be grateful that they're still there to meet with you, and continue to move forward. That's just an example for that. But the other thing about gratitude is it's contagious. It's something that has a ripple effect and can really improve the lives of so many people. If you choose to be grateful for what you do have and focus on what you do have and not focus on what you don't have, you really start to build this positive energy that you are releasing into the world, if you will. That again, that law of attraction has been activated, and that's the power. That's what comes back to you full circle. So really just being kind to yourself so you can allow those positive feelings, and then just sit for a moment. Let's say you're having a bad day. Let's say you're having a bad moment, especially this time of year when emotions can go up and down. It can be a roller coaster some days. And so let's say you're kind of coming down and you're not really feeling your best self. Do that rampage of appreciation. I've shared that on here before, and I kind of demonstrated it a little bit at the beginning of this, but a rampage of appreciation, that's just where you sit and you just look around, take a deep breath, and you just kind of get okay with where you're at. You get grounded, and then start looking around at all the things that you appreciate. Like I was saying, I have water here, I have coffee, I have my phone, I have a comfy chair, I'm breathing, I am sharing gratitude with other people, I have my favorite pen right here. All of that stuff, you can just choose to appreciate what's directly right here, right in front of you, being present, and then giving yourself grace as you move along the way. Because sometimes it will be a little extra challenging, and acknowledging that that's okay too. Just meeting yourself where you're at. And I say that in yoga a lot, give yourself lots of grace and compassion. And know that every day our body is different. Every day our mindset's different. We can't predict the future. We can do our best to help plan for and grow, but we can't predict what's going to happen. So being somewhat flexible, but using this tool of gratitude to come back to allow you to work through those transitions that might be a little hairy. Because I know for me, our workflow has increased with the holiday orders, and I have found myself really coming back to my tools, coming back to tapping, coming back to yoga, coming back to my grateful journal in the morning, and going on Volley and sharing what I'm grateful for, although I have to do that still yet today. But using these things to really get myself in that habit, and not tricking myself, but really intentionally being grateful and appreciating what I have. It's so easy to do, but it is hard to stay in that habit. But once you're in that habit, it really does increase your overall well-being and allows you to get through some of those bumps in the road a little bit easier. And it also just helps lift up other people. And so with Thanksgiving coming up next week, I wanted to talk about gratitude. I just wanted to come in here and come back to the basics of gratitude and why it's so important, and why we talk about it every week, and why, with just a little bit of appreciation, acknowledgement, approval, admiration, all of those things with the people that are around you, you can have such deeper, more meaningful relationships, and you can just increase your overall well-being, and create more joy and happiness for yourself as well as for others. It's so easy to do. We just have to be intentional about it. And oh, looks like Jerry is here. Hey, Jerry, thanks for joining. So that's just a little bit about gratitude. So I was curious if anyone has any traditions. So one of, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. So I talked a little bit about how we spend Thanksgiving with our friends. We swap houses every year. Another thing that we do here in our house is we have a little Christmas tree, just those little 3-foot Christmas trees. And we have ornaments in it. And inside the ornaments, we'll put a piece of paper in there and we'll write what we're grateful for. And then we'll close the ornament up and then we'll hang it on the tree. And we call it our grateful tree. So that's an idea that you could use for your family or yourself. And then you look at that tree and then all of a sudden it starts filling up with ornaments and you realize, man, we really do have a lot to be grateful for. We really do have a lot to appreciate. We really are blessed in our life. And that helps you get through those tough times and allow you to grow and have that abundance mentality. So I don't know if anyone else has any other traditions. That's one that we do every year here. For a while, we had a grateful box. Aaron cut out a little hole in the top of a shoebox. And just when we were thinking about it, we'd write what we're grateful for and throw it in the shoebox and go on from there. So it's just, maybe it's just journaling in the morning, what you're grateful for. Maybe it's checking in on Volley with what you're grateful for. Maybe it's a routine that you do just personally. Maybe it's not something that you share with others, and that's okay too. Thanks for sharing that. Yes, osg.link/Volley. So I think most of the people on here are familiar with Volley, but I'll quickly share it if anyone catches the replay. But Volley is an app that you would download, and there's different channels on there with our success group. And one of the channels on there is the gratitude channel. And so every day you can just hop on there and you can do a video, voice, or a text and share what you're grateful for. But the cool part is not only are you able to share and be intentional about what you're grateful for in your life, but you also get to hear and see other people share what they're grateful for in their life. And when they're sharing what they're grateful for in your life, it fills you up. For me personally, when I hear other people share what they're grateful for, it just makes me happier, and it improves my mood actually, and I start vibrating at a higher state. Like I was saying, gratitude's contagious, and it has that ripple effect, and that's what it's doing on this channel. So if anyone wants to show or to join us on there, you can go to that link that was shared there, and osg.link/Volley, and go from there. Yeah. So Aaron wrote, love our grateful tree. Time to get that out tonight. Yes, we do need to have it out before we leave on our trip. Lewis was asking about it the other day, but so it's just little things like that, and it can look different for everyone. I'm just giving ideas of what we're doing in our family. But if you have something that you do in your family, feel free to share, and we can all learn from each other and get different ideas. Let's see. Jerry said, sharing my family with their extended families can be tough, but just have to make the best of it. Grateful to have my second granddaughter here to share holidays. Oh, how special. But it is, I'm sure, hard. It's an adjustment, right? You had your traditions, and now you have to share those holidays with extended families. And that is hard. And I'm glad that you're choosing to look at what you appreciate and what you have in your life, instead of just focusing on, I don't get to see them on that holiday, whatever it might be. So good for you, Jerry. You always fill me up, and you always know, you really understand gratitude. And I think you do apply it really well in your life from the things that you're sharing. We all have amazing things in our life, and we just have to choose to be intentional to appreciate it. And then with those expectations, just changing those expectations and appreciating what you did get from whatever it is. We may have expectations that we spend every holiday at home and it's going to look like this. And then when it doesn't look like that, and we can easily go into more of that negative headspace. But instead, we can appreciate, well, the holiday is still here. I still have my health. I still have my family, and I still have this. It just might look a little different, and that's okay. And appreciating that. And then you learn and you go on, and you continue to be more intentional. And maybe next year will be a little bit different. Maybe you have learned something and you can move forward. But that applies to all areas in your life, not just the holidays. So, yeah. So, I'm trying to see what else I missed. I feel like I talked a little bit fast, so I apologize for that. I'm going at a little different speed these days, so which is a good thing. Holiday orders definitely came early, and I'm very thankful for that. It is a true blessing, and it's actually really fun to see the ornaments that people are creating. A lot of what we're doing are family ornaments, so people have their family name, and then they'll have pictures of their animals on there as well. There's some people will have ornaments made with a picture of one of their loved ones, especially a lot of babies. And so that always brings a smile to my face. So just looking for the things that bring joy when you're doing more of a repetitive task, but really appreciating. I'm thankful that I am busy, and I'm thankful that things are moving in this direction. This is what we work for all year long, right? And so when you're in the moment, when you're in the thick of it, just pausing and just appreciating that you're there, that you are able to share your gifts with the world in whatever capacity that is. So next week is Thanksgiving. So your call to achievement, and I didn't write it on there. So Erin, if you could do that for me. Your call to achievement is to appreciate someone in your life every day next week. Just appreciate them. Maybe you send them an email. Maybe you give them a phone call, send them a message on Messenger, whatever it is. Or maybe it's just a stranger that's helping you out. Maybe it's someone who is in the service industry. Appreciate them. Acknowledge, hey, I really appreciate that you went out of your way to do this, or that you're here today working and allowing my family to have a great meal. Thank you for that. Those appreciations go a long way. And so that's going to be your call to achievement. So every day, just be intentional about appreciating someone in your life. And if you already do that, add another person and just see what happens, and enjoy that ripple effect that happens as a result. Or just give them a smile. Maybe that's enough of an acknowledgement for that person to just be seen. And that's really important too. So like I said, Erin, do I have to do it? It can be the same person every day, but I would challenge you to have a different person each day. So like I said, it can be through email, on Messenger. Do I have to do it publicly? You don't have to, but you can. And if you do, that's pretty awesome, but you don't have to. Make it meaningful for you. It has to be genuine. People know when you're not genuine, and you can feel that energy gets out, and you can tell when someone's not being fully genuine, especially if you're more in tune with your feelings. I want you to just do this because you want to do it, not because I'm telling you to do it. You know, it's a call to achievement because it lifts you up. It increases your well-being, and as well as all the other people in your life. So that is your call to achievement. You know me, I got to have the details. Do you appreciate? I do, actually. You know, it's challenging. So Erin is very detail oriented. I think all of you guys know Erin on here. He is very detail oriented, but he does it for a reason, because his brain works. He's like 20 steps ahead of me. So he sees that if I don't say it or share it this way, he can already foresee, later down the road, what kind of issues that will result as it continues to build up. And so, as challenging sometimes as that is, I do appreciate it, Erin. So thank you for being detail oriented. I do appreciate that. So that's just a good example right there, right? So things that can be challenging in the moment, people that can push you sometimes to really get down deep and really figure things out, and maybe you just want to do a little bit, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. Appreciate those people that care enough for you to push you, to invest in you, to coach you, to cheer you on. Appreciate that. That is a blessing in your life to have those people that care enough to share that with you. So I'm going to leave you guys with that today. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will return after Thanksgiving for Thankful Thursday. In the meantime, if there's a topic you guys want to talk about, a tool you want me to share again, if you want to be my guest on here, I'm open to it all. Please just reach out. I'm pretty open and I'll talk about most things on here. So I would love just I want to keep this going, and I truly appreciate all of you for joining me on here every week. It is a blessing to share gratitude and talk about something that we all know is important, but talking about it in a way that we're intentional and tools that we can use in our life just to have more joy, more smiles, and more happiness and fulfillment in our life. That's why I'm here every week. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving next week.